Hey everyone, this is Ruda, and I thought I'll share with you guys my story today because it's been a while. I've not done an introduction post in a while, and I know there's a lot of new people in my world in the last few days because I get a lot of questions with people who are trying to make their mark and starting in the online space today. So I would love to share more about my journey and hopefully help you along the way. So I am a software engineer. I studied that, and then what I did after that was got a job right through college. Worked in the corporate world for almost 3 years, but just like flashback a little bit, go back a little bit from that. I got an internship in my college days, and that was like a teaching internship. So I was basically studying cryptography under my college professor. I am originally from Gujarat, by the way. So there is this college called Dhirubhai Ambani Institute. That's where I studied, got my engineering degree. So I was studying for a subject called cryptography, which essentially means that whatever you see in the world today in the internet, you have to encrypt the data so that you have to protect it from people who are not supposed to see it, read it, understand it. So basically, that was what the course was all about. And I got somehow chosen to do an internship with Duke Tech. In there, I was like supposed to teach eighth grade kids. Like I was not supposed to teach. There was another professor. I was just the TA to that professor. TA meaning teaching assistant. So it was a lovely time. I didn't know that I wanted to teach people or kids and up until that point. I think that was really the start of like me helping others, teaching others. And mind you, like I was barely doing any teaching there. I was just helping the professor, but I felt like, okay, this is nice. I maybe could do that someday. But that kind of ended right there. That was probably like the third year of my college. Fast forward to my job. I learned a lot at the job, but I was definitely striving for more freedom, more creativity, more fulfillment. I will tell you that the money was really good, made my parents happy. So at 23, when I decided that I was not gonna continue with the job, faced a lot of like backlash from within the family. Like, is this really what you wanna do? 23 is still young, like you can still figure it out and make it work. But I was determined. I will say also this, that I had the privilege of not having any responsibility. No one was dependent on me. I didn't have any loans. With the job, I was able to pay off my college education loan as well. So it was a decent place to be in. So I made sure that I had like 1 to 2 years of living expenses, which was a few lakhs at the time, I believe I had in the bank. And I was like, okay, let me now take the leap, quit my job. So 2016 is when I quit my job, entered the online world somehow by Googling, by Facebook groups, saw that there were a lot of people who were freelancing online. So that's how I began as. Also, like while I was doing my job, I also had a travel blog. So I was like writing stuff, traveling and writing stuff because I love traveling. So I think writing and teaching has been a part of me since forever. Even as a kid, like my parents encouraged me to read a lot, which then encouraged me to write, stuff like diary entries when I was growing up. But I think the reading, writing, teaching has always been somehow integrated within me. So, okay, with the travel blog, I started running Facebook ad campaigns for myself because I'm like, okay, this travel blog, no one is reading. What do I do with it? So I thought, let me run some ads. So, like, didn't have any experience with ads, but like, that's how I started and started running some ads. Got some data, got some leads, grabbed a screenshot, and then took that case study to then go on and start applying to gigs in the Facebook groups and communities that I chanced myself upon. And after that, in the groups, I was able to land my first client. They paid me, I remember it was like $70 per week. So, not life changing money, but it's a start nonetheless. And so, slowly and steadily, I was able to use the first client's results to land the second client, and so on and so forth. And then I doubled my prices with every single client after that, until I was charging few $1,000s a month retainer contracts for my Facebook ads, funnels, basically overall marketing consulting services. So back in 2018, like 2 years into this, I started hitting $10,000 months, which was a milestone. Let me know, by the way, up until this point, if you have a question or if that's also your goal, because I know when I was first starting out, like 10K months seemed like a big thing to achieve. And so after that, because I was posting and documenting my journey, and I also had a lot of coaches and mentors I was learning from, so I thought, is this the right time for me to launch my own program? Because I've hit this freelancing milestone. I would love to help people in my community, in my country, to like level up, make sure that borders don't matter and that anyone can land international clients. Because this whole idea of brown people can't charge white people prices, I could not understand it. In fact, like I feel like fought with the world to make sure that I was worthy to be able to work with international clients. And there was a whole journey about that, which I'm not gonna bore you with. So up until this point, all the clients that I was working with were all based in different parts of the world, mostly first world English speaking countries, which is good because they pay well, they treat you very well. You're obviously able to charge higher and all of that stuff. So I thought, like, can I teach people around me how to get freelancing clients, how to learn the skills that is going to help them get employment by working for themselves, make sales online, offer services and make money online. So that was the entire goal. So then I launched my first course. I had a decent launch. I think the first launch 20 to 25 students joined from India, and then slowly and steadily I was expanding on that. I think by 2019 I believe I had a few hundred students in, and then 2020 and 2021 happened, which we all know, like because of the situation we all were coherently online all the time. And so that meant that we were able to like take advantage of that time business wise and market harder. It was obviously easier to market that time because of the situation. But I also feel like sometimes you work hard and you're building momentum and you don't know when that opportunity comes in business, when you get to like grab that opportunity and reach a lot of people. So that's what happened. And then in 2 short years, like we blew up and had like more than 2200 students in that program. I think this was the point when I hit the $1 million mark in my company, because at that point I think we were serving more than 2500 students and clients across 14 countries. I don't want to tell you that it was all rosy and like it was all perfect or I was smart and I made it happen. Not really. I think there were a lot of like situations in between where I had to navigate and where I felt like, okay, should I give up? Is this the right time to give up? So there's definitely a lot of thoughts like that along the way. But I think taking it day by day helps. And so after that, I started my mastermind in 2022, which I'm still running to this day. It's been 3 years of running the mastermind, and we have a lot of amazing clients who are doing really cool things in their business, and it makes me very, very proud. So overall, a net, this is my story. Like I will say, a surface level of the story, at least like a little bit about me, and how I help in these days is. Obviously, I put out a lot of free content. I have some free trainings on my website. I have very like starting self-study courses or digital products where you can like learn how to get clients, how to make content on social media, how to sell online, all of that good stuff. And I am writing a book which is about to get published next year, and love serving very few one-on-one clients at an intimate level. I think overall love everything that I'm doing, even though I will not say that. Do I know exactly what I'm doing? No, I don't think anyone does. But I think overall this story is probably like 10 years into the making. So I know that if you're comparing yourself with me or anyone else who you admire, know that they probably have put in a lot of work to get here. Not that you haven't put in the work, it's just that you've not put in the work in this niche, in this career. So the good part is I was able to use my software engineering skills and troubleshooting skills to create this business and learn by myself and teach others. And you also can, because you have put in the time. It's just that it's somewhere else, and you can always use those skills to get started today. So yeah, that's a bit about me. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have pivoted in your journey like I have, because I think I've pivoted so much, like from engineering to travel blogging to freelancing to being a coach to consulting, scaling up, all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's lovely to meet you guys, and I'll see you soon.